So I'm going to be showing you guys a video editing tutorial, but before we get into it, I just want to let you guys know personally, my favorite editing software is Final Cut Pro. So you guys are going to see this whole demonstration on Final Cut Pro. Keep in mind, most of the things I'm going to be doing is very, very simple, very basic stuff for beginners to learn. So you can pretty much do this on any editing platform that you use. So to go into any project or starting off when you're editing a video, number one, what you guys are going to want to do is you're going to want to create a project or a video file. Most of them are going to be called projects on any platform that you use. So for example, I'm going to use this project and I'm going to call it YT. It's going to tell me the date. It's also going to tell me, my video editing format. Usually for every YouTube video, you always want to aim for 1080p. You also want to make sure it's at least 60 FPS, okay? That's going to be the best quality for YouTube. You can also do 4K videos if you have the equipment to do so, but to start off, you just want to make sure you have this setting set. So for this example, I'm just going to use a few clips of Lamborghinis. You guys can use any clips you want to edit, of course, whenever you're shooting any content, if you're recording it. These are actually from pexels.com, which is just a site I use to get free stock footage. So if you guys are using free stock footage to create maybe like top 10 videos, you guys can use this, right? So I'm gonna basically show you guys how I edit all of my videos. Now this, like I said, is a basic tutorial on how to edit. If you really wanna get into the nit and gritty of just like a really good edited video with cuts, animations, maybe some text on the screen, you can always hire an editor from Fiverr or Upwork, or you can just find them on Twitter or just any social media platform where people are looking for work to edit videos. So I've already got my clips here. As you guys can see, I just imported it and I just dragged them and dropped them here onto the track. I always tell people when you're just starting out, if you ever want to learn how to edit a video, if you know how to copy and paste, you pretty much know how to edit a video. Number one, I'm going to just delete this. And say, for example, we wanted to lower the volume. You're always going to see this setting set. It's going to say dB, okay? All you're going to do is just turn it down, or you can turn it up, depending on if you want to use the sound of the clip. For this example, I'm not going to use the sound of the clip, so I'm going to mute it, and it's just going to show this negative infinity sign. Then from there, what you guys are going to want to do is you're going to want to go ahead and clip this video, okay? So this is how you clip a video. Now on Final Cut Pro, I believe you have to go to Trim, Blade. On iMovie, you can do it just from here. And what you guys can also do, and this is just basic editing strategies, you can go over here to your transitions, and transitions are going to be in different places, right? And so we're going to go ahead and click on this clip. We're going to highlight it, and we're just going to grab a normal transition. There's so many of them, but I'm just going to grab a simple one, which is cross dissolve, and it does show you guys an example of how the transition looks, right? Now I'm going to use another clip so you guys can get a clear understanding of what a transition is. I'm going to show you guys what a jump cut is, and I'm going to show you what a transition is. So if we're watching this video right here, as you can see, it just jump cuts to the next video. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to go ahead and put this cross dissolve, right? And so from here, it's going to go, and this is actually, oh, it is a video. It's going to go from here and it's going to cross over, and you're going to see that it is going to go to the next video smoothly, right? Instead of jumping. But normally what I do is if it's any black on these videos, you can go over here to this little tool right here, click on transform. After you go to transform, go ahead and drag this out, and you will now see that it does fit the screen and it looks a whole lot better. Now there's so many other things you can do. You can add animations onto the top of this video. As I said, you can make this video as long as you want. You can add as many transitions as you want. But if you're just doing basic editing where you're adding music or you're adding a video track or you're adding images, this is just a simple way of editing. Now I'm going to show you guys if I was to add a different track. So I'm going to add this and I'm going to put this on top, right? So you can stack videos if you like. You can also add a soundtrack. I don't have any music. Let me grab some. As you guys can see, I just added some sounds right here. So you can add music to the track. You always want to put it at the bottom. So when you guys are using sounds, you always want to make sure you're turning it down, especially if you're talking over the video, because you want to make sure that people can actually hear your voice and not hear the music like shouting out your voice. You just want to make sure that it's all like a perfect sound so people can hear it. I'm going to also show you guys a cool editing technique that I like to use as well. Now you can use these editing techniques in any style of video, but for example here, say this clip, we wanted to zoom into it, right? What we can do is like the zoom effect. You can click on this, click on crop, and it's called Ken Burn, okay? Or Ken Burns. So once you click on Ken Burns, it's gonna show you where it starts and where it ends. And this is basically it zooming in. You have two things you can do here, right? You can flip it to make it start in the middle and then zoom out, or you can flip it to where it ends in the middle and it starts on the outside. So we're gonna preview it, and as you guys can see, it is still the same video, but it's now zooming out. And so this is a really cool effect you can use if you're just talking to a camera, or if you're not talking to a camera and you're just showing some type of footage, you can zoom out of it just to add that extra effect to make it look more natural and original. Now, of course, depending on all types of videos you are creating, you can do a lot with these. So for example, if I was creating a top 10 video with the top 10 fastest cars or something like that, I would just keep on dragging clips and grabbing them. And as I'm grabbing all the clips, I'm just gonna literally put them right next to each other. And then I'm just gonna add transitions in between all of them. Of course, this is just for demonstration purposes only. So I'm not going like into the nit and gritty of editing a video, because most videos that you're gonna be making, you're not gonna need to do much to them. But this is just simply like you putting transitions in here just to make sure that they are smoother. And then when you play the video, if you're going from one clip to the next, instead of it just jumping, you'll see that it'll just transition pretty smoothly. Now, if you guys wanted to change the speed of a clip, say for example, you wanted it to be a little bit longer, what you guys can do is you guys can go in and you can change the time. All you have to do is click this little time symbol, then go down, go over to slow, and then do 50%. And then it'll slow down the clip. That way it just looks like the video is going slower. You can also speed the clip up. If you want it to go back to normal, you just go back to 100%. It's always gonna be 100%. But if you wanna go fast, you can 2x it, 4x it, 8x it. I never really recommend going over 4x. 2x is really good. It just makes the video go extremely fast, but it still makes the video look really, really good. It doesn't look like super fake or that it's being sped up. So for example, let's just say this is the video we're gonna upload. I have two clips of the Lamborghini. I would put this dark transition in the beginning. I'd let that play through. I have my music playing in the background. You can add text and animations if you would like to. But for example, I'm just gonna use this, and this is gonna be the actual video we upload to YouTube. And as you guys can see, it's actually transitioning into another clip. And so it looks really, really good. And what it's actually gonna do is it's gonna end off on a black screen and it's gonna be fine. But just imagine if this was like a top 10 like Lamborghini video or top 10 best paint jobs or anything of that sort. We would basically add as many clips as we possibly can to get to that 8-minute mark. Like I said, this is just for demonstration purposes, so it's only a 30-second video, but you would just have it go all the way up to 8 minutes, because as I told you, if you're gonna wanna get the most out of the video and make the most money from the video, you wanna make sure that it's 8 minutes or longer. So those are the basics of just editing a video. Keep in mind, every editing software is gonna be different. I think for beginners, all the Apple editing softwares are really good. In another lecture, as I said, you guys are gonna have a list of all of these where you can go and download them. So definitely go through a few of them before you decide to edit your first video, just to see which one fits you the best.